is keeping Bharat ahead. Technology is going to play a very vital role. India was a follower when 4G was rolling out all over the world. India hopes to lead the 6G revolution. What is your vision? How will that happen?
So first of all, Mihir, thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure to be at the Times Now platform. Bharat today is firing on all cylinders. And what the Industrial Revolution did to the world 100 years ago, today the communication revolution is going to make an exponentially bigger change on that same paradigm. What used to be highways, physical highways, 100 years ago, today are communication highways. And it is communication highways that are going to change every facet of human life over the next decade. And therefore, the Prime Minister has given primary importance to the area of telecom, to the area of IT, if India indeed is to become a global power. And which is why you have seen I would call it even a quote-unquote a disruptive shift in the way India has looked at telecom. India has always been a services giant. And to give you a flavor, Mihir, we had 900 million subscribers on mobiles in 2014. We today have over 1.2 billion. We had 250 million people connected onto the internet, which by itself is huge. It's the population of the United States of America. Today we have 970 million people connected to the internet. We had 60 million people connected to broadband, which is 2 GB or more. Today we have 940 million people connected on broadband. So the jump has been exponential. But we have been a services-led communication giant across the world. And the Prime Minister is very clear that we need to move to become a product nation, a telecom product nation. Now, how do you do that? You only are able to do that if you're going to be able to enter the big league of nations that produce telecom products. And today, let me tell you, we have only 4 countries in the world: China, Finland, Sweden, and South Korea. 4 countries with 5 companies that produce a telecom stack. And India is the 5th country in the world to produce its own indigenous telecom 4G stack. So we are there now. What is our aim? BSNL today is rolling out 100,000 towers of 4G. Completely Atmanirbhar Bharat, indigenous 4G stack. The core produced by CDOT, a government company, if you will believe. The RAN, which are your telecom towers, produced by Tejas, which is a Tata company. The SI, system integrator, being TCS, a completely indigenous solution. And I hope to complete that process by June. And the minute we complete that process, we'll start switching each one of those 100,000 4G towers to 5G. That being said, at the same time, we are proceeding on 6G. The Prime Minister in late 2022, early 23 unveiled the BG6A, the Bharat 6G Alliance, where we've got all equipment manufacturers, telcos, ISPs, IITs, educational institutions, academicians working together to ensure that in the IMT, 3GPP, 6G standards, India will contribute a minimum of 10% of the patents that will come out in 6G. Which is why I say to you, with our 100 5G test beds, our 6G test beds being in place, our Bharat 6G Alliance tying up with the 6G alliances of many nations, with the US, with Germany, with South Korea, with EU, with the UK. And that's why I'm very committed to our resolve that we followed the world on 4G, we marched with the world on 5G, we will lead the world in 6G.